I think that one of the beauties of the medical mission sisters is that there's a real emphasis in ourselves growing to be our most whole person, to be our most authentic self, and to also let that integrate into the movement and the evolution of the society itself. And so we both learn and go deeper and deeper into the charism of our foundress and the sisters down the line from our foundress. But who we are is a part of that, and how we go forward we are a part of also. And so there's support really in a very unique way of both the development of the charism and the development of who we are with that.
For me, what Medical Mission Sisters do is really personify the fact of, if you enter deeply into healing, into a relationship with God, there is no control, there is no structure. You can't say, if I pray this many times a day, this is going to happen. It is entering into this time of unknowing and just trying to be open. And the good thing about Medical Mission Sisters for me has been they have such a tremendous openness to that.
I think I always loved life, and so I love its fullness and I love its wholeness. I felt that in the sisters, and I felt that was in the calling of the sisters. You know, the mission, particular mission that we had was to bring out that fullness of life, both in the world and the variety of people, but in personalities, and in just the experience of the human joy and sorrows, you know.
We, in many ways, live out very diverse ways of responding to mission. And yet there's a sense of the oneness in that and how we are all together in it that I find really affirming and challenging at times. And I give thanks for it.
All of us are committed to a call that we've received, and each one has been able to grow in her own answer to this call. And we all have the same vision, we have a shared vision, we have a shared history and values. So, but of course I still think it's basically because God has called this for each one, and for the foundress and for all of us as we move forward. Everybody's always trying to tune in to where God is calling them at this moment.
I was drawn by God to something that we call Medical Mission Sisters. And what is the most wonderful thing is I think I can attribute any development of myself as a person, both in its humanity aspect, what I began with, Mother was so human, that I become a more authentic human being in this vocation.
Whatever our gifts, individual gifts are, we have a role to play. And that's the beauty of being in community in Medical Mission Sisters, because there's a role for each one of us.
In life as a medical mission sister, in whatever way we live out that healing role, that we have to be daring in our love. Daring in coming out of ourselves from what is comfortable love to loving each other in community, loving in a way that we can forgive, loving in a way to be with people who we might not be so comfortable with, and yet finding that maybe we become even more comfortable because that's where God has drawn us.